The second boss for Ara-Kara is Anub'Zekt. The first mechanic you will need to know about is called Infestation. This is when Anub'Zekt calls a swarm to feast upon random players, inflicting nature damage every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. All you'll need to do for this mechanic is use the defensive so that you can help mitigate some of the damage for your healer, and for healers to give a little bit of extra spot healing for that debuff player. When the infestation expires, it will drop a puddle that moves around the room that you will need to avoid. If you do touch this puddle, it will do some damage to you and apply that dot again. The next mechanic you will need to worry about is called Burrowing Charge. This is when the boss burrows at a random player, and it is specifically targeted towards ranged players as priority, so keep that in mind. If the boss does hit you during this burrowing period, it will do damage and knock you back, so make sure you move out of its way once the targeting has gone through. So basically, once the boss gets to his end of his burrowing period, he will throw out a big cone that you will need to dodge. Now for tanks, there is a mechanic that you do need to know about called Impale. This is a tank targeted frontal that does a big cone, so you want to make sure that you are positioned away from your party so that it doesn't hit them by accident. On top of that, adds like the Bloodstained Webmage will spawn throughout the first phase, so you will need to interrupt their casts and try to cleave them down as quickly as possible. The final mechanic you will need to worry about is called Eye of the Storm, which is when the boss reaches 100% energy, the entire room will fill with swarm. So for this mechanic, you will need to get out of the swarm and into the circle that you see on screen. Now tanks, during this phase, he will be constantly doing a frontal. So staying in that tight-knit right corner, it will be much easier for everyone to dodge the damaging abilities. And there you have it. That is Anub'Zekt, the second boss for Ara-Kara.